Have you felt it? That strange stillness in the air, like the moment before a storm, but not a storm of weather. Something deeper, something invisible, yet undeniable. Maybe you've woken up in the middle of the night for no reason at all. Maybe your dreams have taken on new colors, new stories. Maybe your emotions have started rising like tides, sometimes crashing, sometimes calm, but always shifting. And maybe, just maybe, you've had the feeling that something's coming. Not in fear, but in anticipation, in awe, as if the earth herself is whispering, "Be still. Listen. Align." What if I told you that whisper is real? Right now, something subtle but deeply powerful is happening. It isn't loud. It doesn't show up in headlines, but it's stirring beneath the surface, in the quiet places, in the pulse of the planet, in the very frequency of the Earth itself. Scientists call it the Schumann Resonance, but others, those who have tuned in, they call it the Earth's heartbeat. And that heartbeat, it's changing. Normally, the Schumann Resonance hums gently at around 7.83 Hertz, a natural rhythm created by electromagnetic waves bouncing between the surface of the Earth and the ionosphere. It's steady, it's ancient, it's the background frequency of life as we know it. But recently, there's been a shift, a subtle spike. Today's frequency, power 16, may not sound dramatic to most people, but in the realm of energy, especially on a quantum level, tiny fluctuations can mean massive changes. The butterfly doesn't need to scream to change the weather. It only has to flap its wings. And the Earth, she's stirring, quietly, purposefully. To most, it's just another day. But to those who are sensitive, who are in tune with the deeper rhythms of existence, something feels different. Restlessness, intuition on high alert, emotions rising for no reason, deep, vivid dreams that feel more real than waking life. This isn't chaos. This is alignment. These are signs. Something is aligning within us, within all of us. And the Earth's frequency is both a mirror and a message. We're not separate from this planet. We never were. Our hearts beat in rhythm with its pulse. Our brainwaves dance in harmony with its resonance. And when that frequency shifts, we shift too. So if you've been feeling out of sync, or strangely connected, or as if your very soul is being gently pulled towards something greater, you're not imagining it. You're awakening to it. This isn't just science. This isn't just spirituality. This is the space where both meet, where energy becomes emotion and physics becomes feeling. The Schumann resonance may be invisible, but its impact ripples through every cell of your body. And today, that ripple is speaking. The Earth is humming a new tune. Quiet, yes, but powerful, intentional. And the question is, are you listening? When people talk about energy shifts and the Earth's frequency, they usually fixate on the dramatic. The big spikes, the power 50s, the power 80s, the kind of numbers that grab attention, that spark theories, that flood social feeds with panic, or wonder, or awe. Those moments feel like earthquakes in the energetic field. Loud, undeniable, sometimes overwhelming. And yes, they have their place. But here's the truth that often gets overlooked. Not all transformation comes in storms. Sometimes the most powerful changes begin with a whisper. Today, the Schumann resonance is holding steady at power 16. Not a dramatic spike, not a headline grabber, but something is moving, something is stirring. And if you're sensitive, if your intuition has grown louder lately, if your emotional body is picking up on something you can't quite name, then you're already feeling it. Power 16 may seem subtle, but it carries a different kind of potency. It's not the kind of frequency that jolts the system or shakes us awake with intensity. No, this is gentler, softer. But don't confuse softness with weakness, because these frequencies don't crash into your consciousness. They slip beneath it. They glide past the guards at the gates of your mind, past the resistance, past the logic that always wants to control the narrative. They go deeper. They move straight into your subconscious, into your cellular memory, into the places that remember who you are before the world told you who to be. You see, when a frequency is too strong, it can short-circuit us. It can overwhelm the nervous system. It can cause a kind of inner scrambling, restlessness, exhaustion, even anxiety. That's because our energy bodies are trying to catch up with a shift that feels sudden and intense. But Power 16, this is integration energy. This is the kind of resonance that encourages gentle unfolding. It invites you, not demands you, to slow down and listen. And because it whispers instead of shouts, it opens space for true transformation. Think of it like this. A thunderclap might grab your attention, but a soft song played over time changes the way your heart beats. It rewires you. And right now, that's what this frequency is doing. Not breaking you open, but softening the walls from the inside. Not forcing revelations, but inviting remembrance. So don't be surprised if you've been feeling restless lately, but not in a chaotic way, more like something beneath the surface is shifting, as if your soul is preparing for something, even if your mind hasn't quite caught up. Maybe you've found yourself revisiting memories you thought were long buried. Maybe emotions are rising, not overwhelming, but clear. Maybe you've caught yourself breathing more deeply, or feeling the urge to take long walks, to be in nature, to journal, to reflect. That's no accident, because what this frequency does best is make space. Space for clarity, space for truth, space for the old wounds to surface, not with drama, but with grace. And when those past hurts return in this kind of energy, they don't come to overwhelm you. They come to be released, to be seen in a new light, to be softened, soothed, and finally let go. Power 16 is like the first warm breeze after a long winter. It doesn't arrive with fireworks. It doesn't need to. It simply begins the thaw. It begins the melting of layers we've held onto for too long. And in that soft melting, something beautiful begins to emerge. Ourselves, our real selves, the parts we tucked away to survive, now rising to live fully. So if you've been feeling emotions bubble up unexpectedly, if you've noticed a kind of emotional clarity settling in, where you suddenly see what you're no longer willing to carry, then you're feeling it. If you felt the gentle pull to rest, to slow down, to stop rushing and simply be, that too is the resonance at work. And if you're not feeling it yet, don't worry. These kinds of frequencies aren't always loud enough for the mind, but the body always knows. The soul always recognizes the call. What Power 16 brings isn't about massive upheaval. It's not about crashing down the old. It's about softening into the new. It's about realignment, quiet transformation, the kind that builds slowly but changes everything, like roots growing underground, unseen but unstoppable. We live in a culture that idolizes the big shifts, the explosive breakthroughs, the aha moments that feel like lightning strikes. But real transformation, the kind that lasts, the kind that's soul deep, that kind of change is quiet. It's patient. It comes with frequencies like this, frequencies that don't demand attention, but instead offer invitation. An invitation to look inward, to clear space, to breathe. So maybe ask yourself today, Have I been called to pause more often lately? Have I noticed old thoughts, old patterns resurfacing, not in crisis, but in curiosity? Have I been waking with strange dreams, or feeling waves of emotion that don't seem tied to anything happening around me? If yes, then you're right where you need to be, because this moment, this soft hum of Power 16, is an opportunity, a doorway, a gentle wave of frequency that doesn't seek to overwhelm you. It seeks to realign you, to tune you to a new harmony, to bring your internal rhythm back into resonance with something deeper, something ancient, something true. Let yourself receive it. Let yourself slow down. Let yourself feel. Because transformation doesn't always come like thunder. Sometimes it comes like a breath, a heartbeat, a whisper carried on the winds of a planet that is, even now, calling you back home. You are not separate from this pulse. You are the resonance. When the earth whispers, your soul listens. It's easy to forget that. In a world that bombards us with information, distractions, and endless noise, we begin to believe that we are isolated beings, separate minds trapped in skin and bone. But you are not a closed system. You are energy. You are frequency. You are, in every sense of the word, a tuning fork, resonating with the vibration of the world around you. And the Earth? She's not just a ball of rock and water spinning through space. She's alive in ways our science is only beginning to understand. Her rhythm, her resonance, the subtle frequency she emits, it isn't background noise, it's a conversation. And when that resonance shifts, even subtly, so do we. Science has mapped the human brain into rhythms: delta, theta, alpha, beta, and gamma, each representing a different state of consciousness. Delta is our deepest sleep, the place of no thought, of surrender. Theta is the twilight between wakefulness and dreaming, where intuition flows and healing begins. Alpha is the relaxed, reflective state, where peace becomes present. Beta is our waking, alert mind. And gamma, that's the heightened state, where insight, connection, and deep knowing collide in flashes of awareness. The Schumann Resonance, particularly when it holds steady around 7.83 Hz, sits most closely with the alpha and low theta brainwave states. This is the space of calm clarity, of inner stillness, of meditative presence. It's where you go when you close your eyes, take a deep breath, and feel your body begin to melt into the moment. It's the place where thoughts slow, where your heartbeat softens, and where your soul starts to speak in feelings rather than words. So when the Earth's resonance pulses gently at something like Power 16, it's not just a number. It's not just an atmospheric anomaly. It's an invitation, an opening for your consciousness to realign. It's like the planet saying, "Come home, come deeper, remember." You see, subtle changes in frequency don't just move through the air, they move through you. They hum through your cells, they ripple through your nervous system, they awaken memories buried beneath the surface. Not just memories of this lifetime, but soul memories, timeless echoes, fragments of truth you've carried with you across lifetimes, just waiting for the right vibration to unlock them. This isn't just metaphysical poetry, it's physics. You are an electromagnetic being. Your brain generates waves. Your heart produces a measurable electromagnetic field that extends beyond your body. Your cells communicate through electrical signals. Every breath you take, every thought you think, every emotion you feel, it's all frequency. And just like a tuning fork placed next to another will begin to vibrate in harmony, so too do you begin to shift when the Earth does. That's why days like today, days where the resonance is not dramatic, but gently heightened, can feel strangely profound. You might not notice it in your conscious mind, but your subconscious is already listening. You might feel drawn inward. You might find yourself remembering things you haven't thought about in years. You might experience flashes of intuition or gentle waves of emotion that seem to come out of nowhere. You're not losing control. You're gaining alignment. Because Power 16 doesn't shock the system. It doesn't demand awakening through crisis. Instead, it helps you remember the path you already chose. It softens the static that's kept you disconnected. It brings the soul into clearer focus. It doesn't just change your energy, it harmonizes it. Think of how many times in your life you've known something without being able to explain how. That feeling of truth, landing in your chest like a soft weight, undeniable. Those moments of déjà vu, the sudden inspiration, the moment you lock eyes with someone and feel like you've met before. These aren't accidents, these are resonance. These are echoes of your true self, vibrating in response to something greater, something ancient, reminding you of who you are. That's what frequencies like this do. They thin the veil. They help you tune into what's always been there, just beneath the surface. And the beauty of Power 16 is that it does so without force. It offers alignment, not overwhelm. It draws your attention not with chaos, but with quiet precision. You may notice yourself wanting to simplify, to step back, to declutter your space, your mind, your life. These aren't random urges. These are energetic responses. Your being is saying, there's something deeper waiting for you. Clear the noise. Make space. Be still. This is the earth working through you, with you, for you. So as you move through this day, listen to your own rhythm. If you feel the need to pause, pause. If old emotions rise, let them rise without judgment. If your dreams become more vivid, let yourself feel their messages. You are not broken. You are becoming more in tune. You are being recalibrated, not just mentally, not just emotionally, but energetically, on a soul level. And here's the truth. Your heart already knows. The earth is not just the ground beneath your feet. She is your mirror, your guide, your cosmic partner in awakening. When she shifts, you feel it, not just because you live on her, but because you are of her. So remember this as you move through these quieter waves. The subtle frequencies often do the deepest work. They slip past defenses. They sing to your spirit. And today, they are calling you to wake, not with a jolt, but with a song of remembrance, of resonance, of home. There are moments that arrive not with thunder, but with a hush. Those quiet days when the world seems to exhale and something within you softens in response. You can't always name it. There's no headline, no drama, just a sense, deep and quiet, that something invisible has shifted. And though it may feel subtle, like a faint breeze brushing the back of your mind, what's unfolding in these moments is nothing short of profound. In the silence, a portal opens, not one that pulls you away from your life, but one that draws you deeper into it. This is the space we find ourselves in, when frequencies like the Schumann Resonance rise gently, as it has now. A shift to Power 16 may not sound like much on paper, but energetically, it is a quiet call home. The Earth's heartbeat, the resonance that surrounds and sustains all life on this planet, is humming a little differently today, not with urgency, but with purpose. And that difference is stirring something inside of you. These aren't the kind of waves that shake the world awake overnight. They don't overwhelm or demand immediate transformation. They move slowly, deliberately, bypassing the noise of the mind and slipping directly into the spaces within you that have been waiting. This is the kind of frequency that invites healing, not the kind that screams or breaks, but the kind that whispers, realigns, and integrates. It asks for no performance, no productivity. It simply asks for presence. In moments like this, the most powerful thing you can do is listen, not with your ears, but with your whole being. Listen to what your body is saying in its tiredness or its tension. Listen to what your emotions are surfacing when you pause. Listen to the dreams that feel more vivid, more symbolic, more insistent. They are not accidents. They are messages. They are echoes of your inner self, responding to the shift in the Earth's frequency. There is wisdom in this stillness. You don't need to chase it. You need only to allow it. Breathe, not just to fill your lungs, but to return to your center. Let the breath become your rhythm, a sacred drumbeat that brings you into harmony with the resonance pulsing all around you. Let your exhale be a release, not just of air, but of all the expectations you've carried, of identities, fears, and timelines that no longer serve you. The body understands how to move through these transitions. It craves what you may have been resisting: rest, nourishment, light. Spend time in natural light when you can, not for any particular outcome, but because your cells remember sunlight. Drink clean, living water, not just to hydrate, but to cleanse the inner channels. Let your food be grounding, your space be simple, your choices be guided not by habit, but by intuition. There's something deeply mystical happening in these quieter moments. Your higher self is stepping closer, not as some distant cosmic being, but as the most essential, loving version of you. The version that sees clearly, speaks truthfully, and holds deep wisdom. You're not becoming someone new. You're returning to who you've always been, beneath the noise. The veil thins in this kind of stillness. The line between soul and self becomes softer, more permeable. What once felt out of reach suddenly feels familiar. It feels like home. You may notice emotions arising without cause, memories bubbling to the surface, sensations moving through your body without context. This is energetic detox. It is your system releasing stored frequencies that were never yours to carry, or that have simply outlived their purpose. These subtle energies work like gentle waves, loosening the sediment at the bottom of your consciousness, not to overwhelm you, but to cleanse you. Let them. Let yourself cry if the tears come. Let yourself laugh unexpectedly. Let yourself feel without judgment. You are in the process of sacred integration. The old and the new are overlapping. You are weaving together the past that shaped you, the future that's calling you, and the present that holds it all. And the earth is holding you through it. Her frequency doesn't just affect weather or magnetic fields. It resonates through your bones, your breath, your thoughts. When she shifts, something sacred shifts within you too. This is not the time for answers. This is not the moment for external validation or grand declarations. This is a time for soft reflection, for journaling without agenda, for speaking to your soul the way you would speak to a friend who's been silent for too long. Ask what you need to see. Ask what you're ready to release. Ask where you've been holding on too tightly. Then listen. Listen in the space between words. The answers are not loud, but they are true. In this quiet, you are tuning yourself, realigning, preparing not for chaos, but for clarity. These subtle frequencies are not here to rush your awakening. They are here to support it, to guide it gently, to remind you that deep change doesn't always come like lightning. Sometimes it arrives like a breath, like a slow wave washing over the shore of your life, asking you to soften, to surrender, to come back into resonance with your own divine rhythm. This is a moment of soul recalibration, not a detour, but a return, not a reset button, but a deeper alignment. And the stillness, that's the gateway, that's the invitation. So let yourself be still. Let yourself be guided by something older than thought. Let the silence become sacred, not because of what it sounds like, but because of what it reveals. Right now, in this very breath, you are becoming more in tune with yourself, more connected to the unseen currents that shape your life, more open to the guidance that speaks not in words, but in feeling. And as you slow down to honor this shift, you become the portal, you become the frequency, you become the remembrance. You are not here by accident. You are here because you are ready. Let the earth guide you back to yourself. Take this moment now, just to pause, to breathe. Let the breath move in without force. Let it leave just as gently. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. Let your heart catch up with the rest of you. Beneath everything you've thought about today, beneath every word spoken and unspoken, there is a pulse, soft, steady, sacred. What is surfacing in you now? Not in your thoughts, but deeper than that. What are you feeling? Not what you think you should feel, but what's truly rising in your body, in your breath, in your awareness. Let yourself notice it without needing to name it. This moment isn't about fixing or solving. It's about allowing, because something beautiful happens when we stop trying to force clarity. We remember that we are part of something larger, something ancient, something living, that we don't have to make the shift happen. We only have to stop resisting it. Power 16 is not a wave that crashes through the world. It won't wake you up with thunder or break your life open with fire, but it will reach you. It already has. It slips in between the spaces, between your words, between your tasks, between your thoughts. And in those quiet places, it plants something, a seed of awareness, a whisper of remembrance. Don't let its softness fool you. This wave is deeply intelligent. It knows where to go. It knows what to touch. It knows what parts of you are ready, not for chaos, but for calm revelation. The kind that arrives not like lightning, but like light slowly filling a room at dawn. You are not alone in this shift. The earth is awakening, and so are you. Even if it feels quiet, even if it feels strange, even if you can't yet put it into words, this resonance is doing what energy always does. It's moving, it's transforming, it's aligning, and you, whether you feel it vividly or just faintly beneath the surface, are being guided. There is something sacred about the subtle, something holy about the hush. These moments, these soft pulses, carry within them the power to reshape timelines, to reconnect souls, to bring you closer to who you truly are. So let yourself feel this shift, however it shows up, maybe in a breath, maybe in a tear, maybe in a dream tonight, or a strange calm that stays with you tomorrow. Trust it, honor it. The quiet becomes the quantum leap. The subtle becomes the sacred. You are part of this frequency, not just as an observer, but as a participant. You are the tuning fork. You are the rhythm. You are the awakening. And this journey, it's just beginning. If this touched something in you, even something small, let yourself share it. Speak your heart in the comments, because someone else may be feeling the same thing and not yet have the words. This space we're creating, this connection, is also part of the shift. We are waking together. Stay close, stay aware, stay open. There is more to come.